Let's have a look at the notion of object and the idea behind object-oriented programming that is such a powerful and successful metaphor in software engineering that we teach this in year one of your program. So what is object-oriented programming? Well, it's the idea that you program by creating a model of the world in which objects interact, and then you run a simulation of that model to bring it to life. The Wikipedia defines object-oriented programming as programming paradigm based on the concept of objects which can contain data and code. Data in the form of fields, often known as attributes and properties, and code in the form of procedures, often known as methods. An object represents a specific and identifiable part of your world model. This means it has some passive attributes, it has some active behaviors and services to other objects, and it can send and receive messages from other objects. In Java, what this looks like is the attributes are often just variables. The behaviors and services offered to other objects are methods, and sending messages to objects corresponds to calling methods. Look at these three shapes. They are all objects. They have attributes, the number of corners, the color, and whether or not they're currently filled. You can imagine that they send messages to one another. For example, the green triangle might send a request to the red circle to add two integers together. The circle might respond with the correct result of this computation. The circle could also send a message to the rectangle to rotate by 45 degrees, which could happen. Now the rectangle sends a message to the circle to update its color attribute to yellow, and the circle might choose to do so. Here's a more worldly example. Imagine Russ checks the ATM near the guild to check his bank account. We're looking at three objects: Russ, the ATM near the guild, and his bank account. Notice that I'm not saying any ATM, but it's a specific one, namely the one near the guild building. And also the account is not any account, it's the specific account that belongs to Russ. So we're looking at three objects, and you can model the whole situation by Russ sending a message to his ATM, and now the ATM could do so by sending a message to the account. The account sends another message back with some amount of money, and then the ATM just passes this on to Russ. Notice here that Russ has no idea or even control over what happens inside the ATM. He sends a message and he receives a message. This idea is in fact called information hiding. It's a very important idea in object-oriented design.